Hey guys, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO. My voice is a little scratchy. Forgive me for that. I was on the road this last week, working with a lot of different clients. Spoke this weekend to a group of about 500. That was really motivating because I got to do a lot of Q&A with them. I got to speak with a phenomenal female attorney in the direct selling industry, so that was a blast. And then I had the honor to speak to a phenomenal group in the southwestern part of the UK. And that was an honor. I mean, the footprint that we have has grown, and so has the responsibility. When you speak, you influence people. And that has been one of the most remarkable things over the last couple of years. Hey, about, I guess, midway through this year, I had received confirmation that the ACCC, which is the equivalent of the FTC here in the United States, they're out of Australia. They were going to, and they did, file a complaint against Lyoness for being a pyramid. Now, when that came out, critics, everybody, insiders, outsiders, all said, "Oh my gosh, see, Troy, we told you." And it's like, well, let me explain. See, I've been covering Lyoness since they entered into America. And in the beginning, I was very critical, very skeptical about what I saw because it didn't line up with what I saw out of Austria. So there was a lot of things that I had written, and I said, I think caution. You need to look at things and weigh the risk factor before somebody joins. And I'd say late in 2013, I had received a letter from an anonymous source at a hotel. I was at an industry event, and they'd slipped it to me. I read through that, went over it and over it and over it. And finally, we did a complete expo on that and said, here are what's purported to be someone who knows Lyoness is saying all these things. And I'd received a phone call at that time by Kevin Grimes, who's their attorney, a very good friend of mine. And he said, "Troy, would you be willing to fly to Miami, meet with the executives in America, ask them any question that you want, let them lay everything out?" I said, "Yes, I would." I said, "Kevin, I'll go one step further than that." I said, "I will actually let them respond with no edits, their words, to every allegation." And that started a new type of a relationship because as I laid out the questions, as I dug deep, they did not hide anything. They opened everything to me. Later on, as our relationship grew, I became an advisor to their compliance team, to the executives here in the United States. Even started working at a distance with some of the folks from Austria as they would come into the U.S. And I had the opportunity to meet Hubert and his wonderful wife. I got to sit down with them and really get to know what makes the man that founded this company tick. What is this couple? What's their agenda? Now, it's true that you can never say that you know everybody's secrets or anything that they might have hidden. But I believe in this case, he's been pretty open and honest. Everything that he told me, I've seen him walk in public and in private. I've seen the passion that he has for children and families and for the whole environment, if you will, of the world. And he stayed true to that. So when this issue came up in Australia, I said, before we just cast stones, we should let this play out in court. I said, ACN, another great U.S.-based company, had been hit in Australia. And later it was found that they were not a pyramid and they had to have all their legal expenses paid back to them. So I said, let's just wait and play this out. Critics and proponents of direct sales lambasted me. They got very vicious privately, especially insiders. They were calling me a sellout, somebody that they couldn't trust, that I was promoting criminals. I said, well, I'm just a firm believer not to judge people. As a friend of mine says, I try to leave the black robes aside and try to look at things. And just this week, on the 23rd of October, this last week, court in Australia ruled that Lyoness is not operating a pyramid scheme in Australia. They said that there's definitely enticements for people to come in and join the company and earn money, but that all the enticements come through the shopping of people inside the network. I found this very refreshing because if you guys know my background, you do get skittish at times working with clients because you're praying that they tell you the truth. And then something like this hits and it's like, oh my gosh. But I'm totally excited about watching Lyoness succeed at defending their position, at sharing, at opening their books, not just to me years ago here in America, but to the country of Australia. I believe this is what it's about. I know that no company's perfect. No executive is perfect. I've watched the new team of Lyoness here in the United States. I'm planning on going to Fort Lauderdale before too long. We're going to be interviewing the new CEO in America. We're going to interview some of the new people that they have around and some of the older folks that have been here from day one to say, hey, what about the excitement of this new turn? So, I just wanted this to get out. I know some of the critics have put up stuff, and I'm going to put up all the documents that we have. I want to put this out here because any of us, whether we're proponents of direct sales or not, we need not judge until a court of law rules. That's just the way I see things. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong, and if you're in network marketing, act like it.